Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Thank you so much for giving us your time today. We have a very special guest اليوم. Our leader's mic today is my cohort, my track, Khalid Baghdadi.
And your group.
And my group في الكابستون كمان. Inshallah, it's going to be very, very interesting to know more about Khalid. Allow me to start with thank you so much أولاً إنك our leader's mic today and tell us who is Khalid Baghdadi. The person.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى صحبه أجمعين. Who is Khalid Baghdadi? The person. It's a question that I keep asking myself always. ودائما في رحلة البحث هذه انبسط في اكتشافات جديدة، وهذا يمكن عشان خالد بغدادي يتغير كثير في مراحله وسوى أشياء كثير في مراحله. كل ما يبدأ في مرحلة he goes into another level و goes into something new. يمكن الجيميناي هذه اللي فيها، بس هي الشوية تخلي الواحد كثير يتغير من شيء لشيء. لكن خالد بغدادي اتولد في الرياض وفي عمر صغير جدا رحت على بريطانيا، عشت في سكوتلاند. عشت حوالي 3 سنوات. كان الوالد بيسوي الماجستير هناك. الوالد خريج تسويق وورثني اياها، يعني عمليه التسويق وانا اعطيتها لاولادي، فسيرها ماشيه في العائله. وخريج تجاره وكان تخصص ماجستير تسويق. الوالدة أحد كمان الإلهامات الكبيرة في حياتي. الوالدة تزوجت وهي في أولى ثانوي، وخلال الفترة ما بين جابتني وجابت أختي اللي أكبر مني، بعدين أنا، بعدين أخوي اللي أصغر مني، كملت ثانوية وبكالوريوس وماجستير ودكتوراه.
ما شاء الله.
فهي دكتورة في التاريخ وتقاعدت من كم سنة، ولكن ما شاء الله تبارك الله يعني ما قصرت في تربيتنا، بس في نفس الوقت كانت اهتمت برحلتها العلمية، لأنه هي كانت محبة للتاريخ وكانت يعني متغلغلة في موضوع التاريخ بقوة وتحب اللغة العربية كمان. فكانت يعني دائما تهتم حتى في إحنا الأولاد في تعليمهم، في الكواليتي حق التعليم، في الكواليتي إنك تفهم إيش ورا اللي أنت تدرسه مش بس اللي أنت تدرسه. فرجعنا من بريطانيا وبدأت دراسة في الرياض واستمريت دراسة في الرياض، وهنا تخرجت من الثانوية في الرياض وبدأ التحدي إني أروح جامعة البترول. أبويا قال لي خالد روح جامعة البترول كويسة، وهذا أمي كيف تسيب وعد أنا أختي أكبر مني وأخوي أصغر مني، وأختي درست في الرياض طب أسنان، فأنا جيت أبغى أروح الشرقية. أمي كيف تسيب البيت، كيف تروح واحنا هنا؟ ف it was a challenge طبعا، a lot of convincing وكذا لحد ما رحت الجامعة. كأي طالب في هذيك الفترة you always get the challenge إنه أنا رايح engineering، شامل روح engineering أدرس. طب إيش تبي تدرس engineering؟ electrical. أوكي طيب electrical engineering. طب أنت قلت في الكالكولس؟ لا. طب ليش دخلت electrical engineering؟ ما أعرف إنه هو calculus. There is no direction. المهم جيت في أول خطوة ثانية I got a huge challenge إني أكمل في electrical engineering. I discovered this is not me. What do I want to do? I searched every single major في الجامعة. Marketing is something that clicked، بالذات إنه أبويا يعني كان دائما يعطيني شوية background على الماركتينج وهذا.
قبل ما نخش في الكارير، أنت أبو الوليد.
أيوه.
فحياتك كده إيش؟ حكينا أكثر كده عن حياتك.
طيب يعني كنت أبغى أوصل معاهم مع الشغل والأولاد وكل شيء.
أوكي.
بس طيب. إيش تبغى يعني do you want to turn it into الحياة والأولاد؟ أكمل الجامعة ونبدأ فيها. يلا.
تمام.
أوكي. فلقيت الماركتينج، دخلت الماركتينج أول سمستر أونرز، ثاني سمستر أونرز. يا جماعة هذا هو اللي أنا كنت أبغى أسويه. فرحت رأست نادي كلية الإدارة الصناعية ونزلت للأورينتيشن وقعدت أحكي الناس إيش اللي لازم يفكروا فيه قبل أن يختار التخصص. نعطيهم برزنتيشن على التخصصات، نعطيهم هذا. طبعا الريورد يمكن أثرت في أكثر من واحد، بس الريورد لما واحد يجي يوم تخرج يقول لي خالد أنا غيرت لي فاينانس بعد البرزنتيشن حقتي. 1 كانت بالنسبة لي باي اوف. المهم تخرجت واشتغلت مع يونيليفر وبدأت قصة حياتي اللي هي تسأل عنها. تزوجت من ربى محسن زوجتي، شريكتي في الرحلة هذه، وجانا الوليد، أول ولد، بعدين رفال، بعدين رغد. الوليد تخرج محاسبة، ورفال الآن بتدرس ادفرتايزنج.
ما شاء الله.
وبقول لك بدأت ايش الأثر. ورغد الأصغر بتدرس دحين ميديا اند كوميونيكيشنز.
ما شاء الله.
ففي اثنين اتجهوا اتجاه الوالد والثاني مو بعيد كثير يعني اتس ستيل ان ذا مانجمنت. تخرج الوليد، والان ان شاء الله رغد قريب تتخرج باذن الله ان شاء الله. وبعدين عندنا الصغير نور البيت 5 سنوات ماجد، هذا اللي ما احنا عارفين اتجاهاته لسه فين، بس طبعا الحياه لسه طويله قدامه عشان ان شاء الله عشان يقرر فين يتوجه. فنرجع للكارير. الكارير بديت مع يونيليفر، اشتغلت مع يونيليفر حوالي 6 سنوات ونص. نقلت فيها بين السيلز والماركتينج، مينلي ماركتينج. احلى اشياء حصلت في الكارير، يمكن حاجه دائما احب اذكرها واليوم ذكرتها في اجتماع. كان عندنا تشالنج في كاس العالم انه في 98 انه نعلن ونطلع المنتج حقنا كلوز اب اللي انا كنت ماسكه، نطلع المنتج حقنا بصوره حلوه، بصوره انك انت الناس كلها تشوفه ويصير في براند ريكوجنيشن عالي. في 94 قبل لا انا اجي كانت جريدة الرياضيه تعلن تاخذ الصفحات كلها وكل يوم وكل يوم وكل يوم وتعمل سنتر فولد ومش عارف ايه، ما تكلف مبلغ بسيط. 98 prices went up, everything was expensive. We came up with a very creative approach, انا والايجنسي طبعا معانا، to advertise short very effective message، ما في مسج بس انه في براندنج. ومن بعدها I even get recognized من ال VP حق ماركتينج حق يونيليفر globally على الاتشيفمنت، لانه البراند ريكوجنيشن، advertising recognition, everything went to the highest ever for the brand after the World Cup. It was a very cheap solution بس كانت impactful and it's like heavy. Before every match, during the match, after the match, etc. هذه one of the achievements I still remember and I still carry for يعني إن شاء الله for the rest of my life as one of the great success stories. بعدها قررت إنه I continue in marketing. STC was my next step. Telecom, it was like the big thing at that time. وطبعا لا زالت telecom is a great industry. So I went and managed the telecom marketing department for Saudi Telecom. Again, it was like a production line of campaigns or activities. And الوقت اللي كان فيه موبايلي coming in, the market was changing dramatically at that time. Then the major decision came up. Should I continue in marketing? Well, I was offered a job to manage a company. وقتها I decided yes, maybe I should go for something with a broader experience. طبعا remembering an experience in Unilever was for a short while an assignment. I was an assistant to the chairman. It exposed me to every single aspect of the business, financial, HR, everything, all the different disciplines in the business. فبدأت as a president for a company, and then the second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. Well, I just started 2 days ago as the CEO of Key Car Rental, المفتاح لتأجير السيارات, with إن شاء الله big plans إن شاء الله to take the company to another level. This is basically my life plan.
طبعا هذا takes me to a side question. يعني أعتقد السيارات لعبتك.
الحمد لله هي لعبتي وهي هوايتي من صغري وأنا السيارات موضوع جدا جدا مهم بالنسبة لي. يعني أقرأ في السيارات لحد ما وصلت لمرحلة مش بس أقرأ في السيارة عن السيارات، أقرأ عن شركات السيارات، decisions شركات السيارات، إيش صار تيك أوفرز، إيش صار ميرجرز، إيش صار مانجمنت بروبلمز، إيش صارت يعني دخلت في الكتب قرأتها يعني كثير من السي اوز أو السي او اوز اللي داروا شركات كبيرة زي ديفيد لودز زي هذا، كتبوا كتب هذه برضو قرأتها. يعني ما أقدر أوقف شيء عن السيارات.
حبك للسيارات أكيد نابع من بداية. إيش كانت البداية اللي خلتك كذا؟
تصدق لو أحاول أتذكر، بس أنا دائما الوالدة تحكيني إنه أنا عمري 3 سنوات نروح السوبر ماركت دائما لازم اقول لهم بس ابغى اروح اتفرج على السيارات، بس ابغى اتفرج، واجيب سياره او سيارتين في يدي. يا بابا عندك البيت مليان سيارات، بس هذه ما عندي اللون هذا، ما عندي السياره هذه، ما عندي مش عارف ايه. من 3 4 سنوات وانا اقول ما عندي الموديل هذا، ما عندي مش عارف ايه، ومرصوصين دائما في غرفتي ومش عارف ايه. فهي بدات من لا شعور حتى، من مرحله اللي انت ما اتذكر كيف بدات حتى.
سبحان الله.
سبحان الله.
طيب that takes us كمان للكويشن اللي بعده. خالد، اليوم لما نبغى نفكر في خالد ونقول خالد اليوم is one of the leaders 2030, what shaped خالد as a leader؟ ايش في حاجة كده in your life happened and then خلت خالد يبدأ فعلا take a leadership path؟
والله look,
أو يكتشف نفسه.
everything that happens in our life builds something. بس أنا I had always this curiosity to ask questions. At the beginning of my life, I didn't do it the right way. I do it in a way that is joking, مش عارف ايه, but everything was registered. For a lot of people didn't early in my life, مش بس in my career يعني يمكن حتى in the earlier life, a lot of people thought I'm just joking and that's it. And I'm registering everything. I'm not taking things بس كده on the top of it. No, I'm really registering what I'm hearing. Curiosity was a big thing in my life, and I always wanted to understand things around me. Then a lot of experience in different industries taught me one very important thing. When you join a new company, start a new business, go down to the bottom. Don't take it, sit in the office, I'm the CEO, I'm the president, and that's it, and I'll take decisions. And if you didn't do every single job in the company, if you didn't see every single job in the company, you cannot make the right decision. And I've done it a couple of times where I've went out with truck mixers, I've sat on batch plants and actually filled and entered data on the batch plant and everything. So starting from scratch tells you the real story. And whenever you want to make a decision as a leader, you know what it takes. There is a lot of other things that shape me. Passion about things I do. I changed industry every time I changed a new industry, and I started with passion. So passion creates a leader. لأنه when you are passionate about something, you actually affect others. If you're really just there to do it, مش عارف, everybody will be around you will be affected negatively. One of the interesting things is I always remember enabling and empowering people who especially report to you can make the whole difference, and always make them feel that they are the brains. They are the muscles. They are everything important for the business, and you are there just to make them do their job. And I always used to tell, especially في المجال, I used to tell a lot of the leaders, I'm here only to make your life easy. Other than that, I trust you. Just go do it. Let's do it. We made one mistake. We can stand up, do another, learn, do a third. But at the end of the day, eventually we'll do something big and something successful. Being human is the most important part in my life with people. Is like you have to listen, you have to get close to people, and you have to show people that their interest is top of your priority, and act on that, not only show that. So if you don't improve the quality of life of people you're working with, nothing will put you in the position where they will actually do anything for that business or for you.
Great. So if I will ask you, what's the go-to لخالد?
Cars, of course.
Sure, not marketing?
Well, interestingly enough, I've been طبعا 3 days in the business. A lot of things are happening, but the marketing spark is coming a lot, especially when we have heavy campaigns coming up. The marketing spark is just hitting me all the time. For sure, I love being creative. I love understanding the market, how to develop plans, marketing plans, how to execute those plans. When I see them, I just feel the energy coming up. You can also come to Khalid if you have a problem of, let's say, organizational conflict. This is something I like. I enjoyed from my first CEO or president job. I had a production manager, a warehouse manager, local sales, international sales, fighting all the time. None of them would listen to the other. This guy is saying my warehouse is full. This guy is saying I'm producing all the time, and those guys are fighting over production. Bringing people together is something I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times in my life. It became like a joy for me to bring people together on the same table and get them to talk to each other in a much more constructive manner. So those are the two things probably, and cars.
طيب, great. I think I would leave the floor الحين للquestions and نشوف مين عنده سؤال لخالد. تفضل.
My cohort colleague.
طيب ما شاء الله تبارك الله شيء ملهم جدا. وبالرغم سؤالي انه بالرغم من نجاحاتك ما شاء الله في حياتك العمليه والكارير، لكن فكرت انك انت تروح للتجاره ولا الانتربرنور، وايش الدافع اللي خلاك تروح لهذا الشيء، وكيف شايف الرحله الجديده؟ هل حتستمر فيها ولا لا؟
التجارة يمكن لأنه كان باشن عندي إني أسوي البزنس هذا بالذات، الساندويتشز. بفكر فيه صار لي 7 سنين، بتكلم فيه مع الناس، يا جماعة أحد يروح يسوي، خذوا الفكرة منه وروح سووها، أساعدكم في الفكرة. ف at the end of the day I just decided إنه I'll do it myself. الباشن فيها إني أنا أحب أفطر. فطور بالنسبة لي حاجة جدا مهمة. وقالها فارس التركي في يوم من الأيام إنه I didn't find a proper place to have breakfast. أنا أحب أفطر on the go. أنا أحب أفطر ساندويتش في السيارة، ينقطع التوب واضطر عندي تايد قلم في السيارة أمسح وما أدري. خلاص تعودت على الشيء هذا. Especially when we have long trips. فالفكرة عندي من زمان حبيتها وقلت خلاص أنا في الفترة اللي فاتت زي ما تقولي أخذت السباتيكال هذا اللي هو in between jobs. I established the company. I started. My wife is my partner and she is the operation. كل الoperation اليوم هي شايلة. حتى I'm pulling myself بسرعة quickly. And ما شاء الله she's picking up very quickly the things that I used to handle. الباشن هذا I think إنه it's gonna continue إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله it will succeed and become bigger and bigger. And it's something that I want to multiply into different things. بس هي الفكرة كانت وراها دائما. Do something affordable to people. Do something that you give people not only value for money. It's where is the value and then the money will come. فالvalue إنك أنت تعطي له حاجة affordable, حاجة good with a home cooked taste at the end of the day. بس إنها available. It's easy to get. اليوم hunger station وكل delivery applications. They concentrate وكثير من المحلات اللي عليها are high end. تيجي على low end مش موجودين. طب you have to do a middle end عشان تقدر توصل لهذا الشيء. فهنا باشن فيها مختلف تماما حابه، بس إن شاء الله حكمل فيه.
توفيق إن شاء الله يا رب. تفضل.
خالد يا خالد. طيب so كلنا including you حياتنا تكتنفها مصاعب وتعقيدات وأحداث وأبس وداونز، لكن أغلبنا يا إما حبيسين image أو impression أو projecting more sophistication than we do merit أو appearances that we have to keep. كثير مننا من أكثر الأشياء اللي لمسناها منك out of all of the cohort members, and I've met tens of them, is you make everything seem simpler than it really is. Well, it's not. So your life is not simple. Your circumstances are not simple. Yet the way you carry yourself, غير التواضع, this is a different thing.
Yeah.
The way you carry yourself, the way you bring your life to us, and the way you deal with us and everything, you always make it seem simpler. How do you do that?
Smile.
I love it. يعني السمايل is something that I want to live by و die by في يوم من الأيام. يعني إذا تقول لي أمنيتي على كلنا متجهين على الطريق يعني، بس إنه أمنيتي على فراش الموت إنه الابتسامة تكون على وجهي. بالضبط كده يعني، عارف كيف؟ it's how do you look at life? It's your attitude that makes everything. Nothing else makes everything. When I look at everything as simple, طيب ما هي في الأخير it will be simple. Life يعني أنا my motto in life, smile. Life will happen anyway. يعني why complicate it? بعدين when you're smiling towards things, you are making yourself immune to more problems, immune to all the difficulties that you had. بس when تبدأ تشيل هم مش عارف إيه, طب we all face these problems. We all went through a very tough times, and we all went through very good times. My smile is always there. Tough times, bad times, I'm always smiling. فهي السمile. I cannot answer this question except with the attitude. The Power of Positive Thinking was a book I read long time ago. And it just made part of me think, think positive, stay positive, everything will be in the right place at the right time one day. Just keep going, keep living.
I'm very intrigued by you, dear Khalid, for so many reasons. First of all, for your love for marketing and for bringing positivity. I have not seen you not smile since the first day I met you. So I have to say, mashallah, 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 all around. But I am also very certain you and I, we grew up in this country. There must have been a challenge that tipped the curve and put you in a position where you had to do something that was not very Khalid. We all are stuck in these situations as leaders, and I know you to be a risk taker. I know you to be an avid problem solver. So was there ever a situation where you had to problem solve where you felt, I wish I didn't do this, or I would have done it better now?
Every day.
Here.
I wish I didn't do this, well, I've done better, is every day. Because I always think and analyze what happened with me and what would have happened if I did this, did that. But going back to the day that probably I was not Khalid. يمكن I was not Khalid. But the pressure in that day, it's a day in my life. It's marked. And I remember that day as of today. I was in a situation. I'm managing a very sensitive company. That's a security company. It's replenishing ATMs. And we had 2 teams in 2 regions in Saudi who decided not to work for a reason that this is not the right place to talk about. They decided not to work, and it was a salary weekend for retirees. The prince of the region, the head of the police of the region, they all called me that day. And I had a day of like emergency, real emergency. I had to deploy teams from other regions in Saudi to go there. And not only that, it's like those teams that refuse to work, they have money in ATMs where we have to pull out and put new cash in because it's almost empty. Who's going to take the responsibility of the cash coming in if the team is not there? Because it's their responsibility. So I have to deploy supervisors. I was like with a team, we're booking flights, putting people in cars, renting cars, just getting everything to be solved. That day, I felt, I'm not smiling. I'm just struggling the whole day. It happened at 8 a.m., at 10 a.m., almost at 10:30, 11 o'clock, I had to throw up everything inside me. It was that bad. I talked to a doctor the next day, and he told me, by the way, that was good that had happened to you. Your body just released whatever pressure that was in through your stomach. But literally, I put myself under so much pressure, and that day I learned, what if I smiled that day and kept doing what I did? I would have been in the same place probably, or maybe better. So I decided, it's not worth it, to really put yourself under pressure. Keep smiling. I had challenges the last year, big challenges, and I'm still having some challenges here and there. But at the end of the day, it was the only thing that kept me going is that I'm smiling, I'm pushing myself. Yeah, it's positive, it's nice.
When is the book coming out, bro? You have to write one. I mean, you see, I so second you, dear Ahmed. He makes it look so simple, you know, right? You know that anybody else would have had a heart attack, and he makes it look so simple. So you have to tell us the book.
Well, if you promise me that you will write everything for me, and I'll tell you the story, maybe.
Allah يحفظك.
Look,
أنا أعطيك التايتل.
What's the title?
And I'll give him the title.
I'll
As
just-
simple as a smile. خلاص.
As simple as exactly. Thank you. It's not a book that I want to do. I want to keep talking to people, and I thought of doing a podcast, management podcast, and then it just no, it just occurred to me a couple of like 3 weeks ago, is that why management? Do a podcast about cars. It's like, I'm like, do it in a different flavors, do it in other. You can leave ink on paper, yeah, but you can leave also words on YouTube and words on any social media channel today that appeal more to the young people. So maybe the book follows those. Inshallah.
Khalid, mashallah, very inspiring. Mashallah, you work in various industries, various roles, even at top level, board level, and you've seen many companies. What is the common thread in companies that you see, or certain element if they can improve, where you can see multiplier effect in terms of the company improvement, whether it's governance, management, people skills, or leadership skills?
Anna, I've learned in leaders something that I'm dreaming of day and night now, AI. Any business, if you can probably use AI in it, you can take that business to multiples. I'm just thinking, I walked into one of the KPIs that I put myself in the new job now, I put to myself is use of AI. And I went in, I found out that they are using AI. Okay, on a simple level, but that's really interesting. Now, how can I take it to the next level? Because I believe today, we all learned this in leaders, that the data generated in 2022 was more than whatever was generated during history. 2023 will be more. Where's data mining? What's happening to this data? How are we going to use AI to any industry? If you put real data mining into it and get the information. Today, in a simple shop that I'm selling sandwiches, I'm asking everybody for his phone, and I know we're registering what's his orders. What are we going to do with AI? It's going to take time, but I'm heading towards using AI for this. Today I discussed even something in the car rental business. Using AI might be something that will give us an edge over competition. So AI is the industry.
يوحشك أول تخصص؟
Of course. I will like today is like bling, 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 bling. I remembered, I told the team the story today. The advertising agency at STC time, they came to us with a 35 seconds radio ad. We reduced the prices of the international calls, and they came up with a creative 35 seconds. I looked at them and said, guys, are you serious? Who's going to listen to an ad of 35 seconds telling them that we reduced the prices by and you can talk to your family now? It's like, no, wait. Let's do something funny. And when I was telling the story today, it's like my head was lighting. This is really me. What we did, Ayamha, international calls, the number one country that people call from Saudi Arabia is Egypt. There is Syria, there's Jordan, there's Lebanon, those are the countries that Sudan, people that call their families most at that time from Saudi Arabia. I said, okay, let's do one version, 15 seconds for every country of those, imitating their accent. But the whole idea was, if you remember the ad, the whole idea was, Hello, ازيك, اخبارك ايه, مش عارف ايه. Wait, we reduced the prices of the minutes. So now you can talk even slower. ازيك, اخبارك ايه. We went through 15 seconder, made much more effect than just telling people that we reduced the prices and putting a song and a jingle here and there. And it worked very well. I was telling the story today, and I feel I want to do this for the rest of my life,
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Any other question? طيب خالد, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
وصراحة انبسطنا. يعطيك الف عافية ان
الله
شاء الله.
يعافيك إن شاء الله.
نشوفك ان شاء الله دائما في اعلى المراتب.
ان شاء الله يا رب
Thank you
جميعا.
so much يا خالد.
الله يسلمك.